In the middle of my acceptance speech, my boss stood up and yelled, "That man is a fraud!" The ballroom froze. My hand tightened around the glass award I'd waited years to earn. My smile dropped. Everyone stared at me confused and curious, while others were hungry for drama. But before I could speak, my phone buzzed in my pocket. One vibration, then another, then a rapid series of alerts like something was on fire. I pulled it out. 9 missed calls from my sister. One text flashed on the screen. "Call me now. It's about Dad." There was no time to think. I stepped away from the mic and ran down the side aisle, ignoring the whispers, ignoring my boss still shouting something behind me. I dialed my sister as I pushed through the exit doors into the hallway. She answered on the first ring, breathless and crying. "He's gone, Alan. Dad's gone. They think he left the hospital on foot. The doctors say he's confused. Really confused. You have to find him. They said he might hurt himself." I didn't even respond. I just ran through the hotel lobby and into the parking lot. My hands shook so badly I dropped my keys twice before getting into the car. All I could picture was my father, wearing a thin hospital gown, wandering the cold streets alone, not knowing who he was, or who we were, or what danger he was in. His dementia had worsened fast recently, but I didn't know it had gotten this bad. If I didn't find him immediately, he could walk into traffic. He could collapse. He could die. I tore out of the parking lot, nearly clipping a curb. I called the hospital, then the police, then every relative nearby. No one had seen him. They said he slipped out during a shift change without a jacket, wallet, or shoes. My sister called again. "There's more," she said. "Dad's nurse checked his file. He was supposed to be moved to a secure memory care unit today, but someone canceled the transfer. Someone who had access to his records." "What? Who?" I yelled over the noise of my engine. She hesitated. "The hospital said the cancellation came from your account, your login." "I didn't cancel anything. Alan, the nurse said this puts you under investigation. They think you kept Dad in a lower security wing so you could, I don't know, get power of attorney faster." I nearly slammed into the car ahead of me. "That's insane. Why would I?" But before I could finish, a realization hit me like a punch. This was why my boss publicly accused me. The company ran background checks constantly. If the hospital flagged me for suspicious behavior, HR must have been alerted instantly. Now everything was unraveling at once. I skidded into the hospital parking lot, jumped out, and sprinted to the entrance. I questioned nurses, checked security cameras, begged staff for any clue. A security guard finally recognized Dad from the photo I showed him. I saw him heading toward the park across the street about 20 minutes ago. He looked confused. I ran across traffic, through the grass, down the path lit only by streetlights. I kept calling his name. I kept replaying the morning in my head, wondering if there was a sign I missed, a moment where he seemed lost and I didn't notice. The deeper I went into the park, the quieter it became. I heard water from the creek, distant traffic, wind in the trees, but no voice, no footsteps. Then I saw something white near the creek bank, a hospital gown. I sprinted until my lungs burned. "Dad!" He turned slowly. His face was wet from crying. "Alan?" he whispered. I didn't know where to go. I grabbed him, holding him tightly, my body shaking with relief. "You're okay. I've got you. I'm here." And that's when he said something that changed everything. I didn't leave on my own. A man told me you wanted me to meet him outside. He said you'd be right behind me. My mind snapped into sharp focus. "What man?" He said he worked with you. Tall, gray suit. A gray suit, like the ones worn by my department's compliance officers, the ones who audit employee accounts, the ones who would have access to my login information. The pieces slid together. Someone at work wanted me out badly enough to sabotage my father's care and make it look like I'd put him at risk. I walked Dad back to the hospital, refusing to let go of his hand. Once he was safely inside, I stepped into the hallway and finally checked my phone. Dozens of messages. One from my boss sent just 10 minutes earlier. "We need to talk. I know who framed you." And then another message followed. 3 words that froze me in place. "You're not safe."